Yes, good evening. I just wanted to go over a few more things I got chopped off from my last video. Just to begin with, for curiosity, don't you know by now things are forward and backwards? 41 is 14, 14 is 41, 14 is 26. Well, 14 is the letter N, and the Z and the N are actually the same, so they get the same value. You can switch between them. That's how the cards are switched, how the king switches. He makes the big switch. He sees the value is the same. He figures he can pass under the same number, pass under the same value, pass under the same letter. He repeats the J's in June, July, and January for a certain reason, because he's probably passing under the Jack. There's 4 months of 30 days. I don't remember exactly what my theory was on that, but I did have one and it was perfect. There's 4 angles, right? 4 corners in a square, and there's 4 months of 30 days. 7, 7, 7 passages per world. 2 you can't go. You can't go east, west, north, south at the same time. Otherwise you're going northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. You understand the way it works? So it's 7 passages, and 7 is creation. Excuse me. Whoa, overboard. 7 is the number of God. Okay, in the 7 worlds, and the 7 months of 31 days, and 7. Okay, of 1 and 3, 31, or 3 and 1 is creation of the one spirit. 7 months of 31 days, which equals to what is it? 217. 21-7, another world of 7, which is actually the result. What was I going to get back to? Oh, yeah. Remember this from the last cassette? Okay. The man is the bones, the skull bones in the center. Man's number is known to be 6. Now, if you count the levels from the top to the bottom, okay, I left out all the even numbers. So just count level 1, 2, where the 7 is 3. Where it's empty, 4, then below it is 5, 6, there's 7 levels, and wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 7 is 49, it's the man head in the center, makes it the 649, right? But it's 7 east-west, and 7 north-south, making it the Lotto Max 7.7, the 747, the 4 angles, okay, and the 47 numbers. How come we don't have 49? I told you, you can't go east-west and north-south at the same time. So it couldn't be the 749. It can be the 649. But it can't be the 749. East-west of the 7 worlds and north-south of the 7 worlds. You can't put the east, west, north, south together, therefore one world eliminated. That's how the lottery is created. It's created out of the universe. Check anything you want in the lottery. It all has to do with the universe. In fact, anything that we have has to do with the universe. I even look at stuff and I go, what does this have to do with the universe? I haven't think, what do you think I know? Just know how it works. That's all. Yeah, center of Rubik's Cube, 14th. 14th, the center of Rubik's Cube is the 14th, and I always thought that's where our home was. We're the center of Rubik's Cube. So that means, okay, if you're thinking, there's a piece on the car where it's round in the center. What would it look like? Every piece would be rounded out on the outside, right? And we're wobbling in there. And there's 4 corners to our, and it ends at Pluto. You know the way you can make it bigger in the screen, you're cropping or whatever? Well, that's what God did. He cropped. He got bigger. He made it. He stretched it. He said, okay, that's it. Stop there. And he stopped there, and he measured, and they stopped there, and they built 4 inches, and they tied up the islands, and he pulled this one in here, and this one in here, and he sewed us down to the bottom of the center of the earth, and he started a big fire up there, and he says, we'll call this the core. Just like we're in the core, that's our core. We have a heart, and that's our core. We have the I core, we have the peace core, we have cores of core, we have corns of cob. Oh my God, let me see, the man has got a Rob and Bob, and even the guy in the backstop, I think they call them Rusty Staub. Anyways, I'm not looking to fool around with that. On dice, you want to get a 10 on dice, it's 5 and 5. Freedom, 55. Or it's 4 and 6, man and angel. The only 10s. And the payout is 9 to 5. Freedom is 9 to 5. So that obviously means the birth of the 5 is actually man's freedom and the heavens. That's how I figure out things. You see, whatever the situation is, if he's on third base, and I find a situation that it's a baseball related, and there's plenty sports related, like, you know, oh my God, I'm not going to study the Bible. Well, of course not. I'm into the Bible. Sports related, whatever I'm doing, it's actually Bible-like, but just from another angle. And I don't call it the Bible, but I should. It's my new dictionary, Webster, whatever you want to call it, Bible of the unknown. The Bible of a mind that sees beyond. And then again, there's a shining light from my head. Can you see that? I'm in the dark on all these things. My hypothesis brings things to light. And then again, truth again will bring it to light. And it's that light we are yet to have. So therefore my story is still just a dark horse. And I accept it the way it is. It is what it is. Am I enjoying it? I haven't had as much joy as I've had in my life now. Is there anything that can spoil it? Certainly there is, but I'll accept it because whatever I do. My hands are down, my hands are tied. I let them go. The game is fried, and we're all fried eggs. So what can I show you now? One more picture. This picture, that's actually, the one on the left is actually as I was redrawing what the card would look like. And there's a football there. She's got the piece that's missing in her hat is a football. And the other design here, okay, is the fox in the center. It's the 2-5-6-2-5. The man calendar, just start at the top. 2 to 5 to 6 to 2 to 5. It's one triangle. It's 1 quarter. It means 1 quarter. 1 quarter of time. Why do I say that? Well, quarter, 25 cents, 2 beta, the 5 ring of passage, okay? At the quarter, at 1 minute of the day, moves the clock, and moves the earth in degrees 1 quarter. So it's everything to do with 1 quarter. So it means 1 quarter of time. So I'm trying to think, 1 quarter of time. So you know what, let's break it down. Instead of 25,625, the 625 is just to mix you up, and it's just part of the equation. It's actually 25,000. So 25,000, okay. We had showed you that it's God divided up into 4. Okay, there's 4 pieces here, 25 each. There's 4 of them, okay. And the 625 is this in the center. It's 100,000, okay, and it's the 625. 625, you see the 625 right there? That's how man did it. So you got the 4 corners making a whole dollar. And then you got 625.625 cents. And that's what man's value is on earth. Man 6 of 0.25. Man 6 of 0.25. 0.25 is what? 1.5. So then in blackjack, it's paid 1.5 times your money. 3 to 2. 2 to 3. Theta creation, 23. W. Have I never done a W thing yet? Okay, let's just jump off the course, okay? Whoa. Oh my God. W and O. One is the 23rd letter, one is the 15th letter, makes a 38 total. Heaven, 3 worlds. God's world, man's world, and the beta world. Okay? But we want to go to 23. So I'm going to say, let's take the letter D, which is the fourth letter, and the S. So DS totals 23. Division of spirit, because we need one for angel and one for man. So that 23 works. I don't know. You tell me. Tell me what? R? Okay. R is the 18th letter, which is the one spirit of the eighth heaven. Okay. And I need the letter 5, which is an E. So that would be re. Reinvest. Remember. Anything with RE or ER totals 23. Everything with an ER. Emergency room. E-world repair. Electric whatever. You know what I'm saying? ERRE, total 23. What other 23 didn't we discover? I want to tell you why we have the Christmas tree. The reason we have the Christmas tree is because when God made creation and he had to cut corners, he had to do something with the corners, so he piled them up on top of each other, and it looked like a Christmas tree. And he protects the cap of the exterior of the 4 opening or passages between the 4 worlds plus the 6th man of 0.25 1/4, which is the time 1/4, because there's 4 worlds around, okay, which would make one a whole. We're just the inside a piece, a quarter, with a 14th of the 27 of the Rubik's Cube, which is a very funny number for me to say. Oh my God. Family business, an exact number that comes up there too. That's insane. So where was I? I guess I'm almost back. Number 23. What? Give me a number. Okay. Very famous letter. J. J, and the letter 13th letter is an M. So J and M is a jack, okay, which is the explanation of the 4 angel and the 6 man for the value of 10 jack. And the 13th letter is the M, which is the 13th letter, which is the one spirit of the 3 creation. Together they make 23. So it's 23, but that's the explanation of the 23. All the 23s will explain the 23 again. I mean, even if I passed the letter, even if I said Z minus C. So C is the creation point, okay? Z is the beta world of man. So I took away 3, okay, from just the beta world of man, and automatically it causes creation, because the 6 becomes a 3 in the 26th spot. So the numbers just move. Yeah, you can do it any way you want, but it just works out. You like that picture in the background? You know what? If you can see it the way I see it, every time I put my camera on, and I don't know if you guys get to see what I see, but it's weird. Everything in my background is not what it looks like. I mean, I'm getting a good vision this time, but in my last video, it looked like there were 3 tigers behind me. So either I have fantastic vision, or in this one, it's very funny. It looks bubblegummy, and there's a big man in the back with his mouth and tongue hanging out open. He's got a blue mouth. I think it's right here. It's right here. In all actuality, that's only an eye. These 2 eyes here, those are his eyes. But because you're so far away, you can't see. And in the middle of the tree, you see the middle of the tree where my hand is right here? Okay? He's handing out candy to everybody. And there's a big awning on the top right here, right, blocking everybody from the rain. Did I take up enough of your time? Let me tell you another thing about the 625, okay? First of all, the King of Diamonds, okay, is 2.5 men. He's got a north point and a south point. They count for whole. East and west count for 1/4. Okay, there's an explanation where the other half is, but I'll explain it in the other cards. So that would make 2.5 men diamond. Whoop, cassette is over.